Okay, we're going to try to finish this quick drawing from a portrait. And when you draw stuff, you you can get lost in it and have a lot of fun, but you also sometimes can get to a place where you get very critical of yourself and you see all your mistakes, and you can get very frustrated and annoyed, and you can tell yourself, I'm no good at this, and you can give up. And so one of the things that I've noticed that in this particular drawing that I screwed up on is the location and the shape even of this eye. And if you look at it, well, both of the eyes actually, but this is the one that's bothering me more. And some of you that watch this, maybe you're advanced artists and you noticed it right away. But I noticed it as I was doing it, and then I didn't fix it, and I kind of just decided to leave it there for this particular drawing. But then as I'm sitting down to draw some more, I'm questioning that and saying, no, I want to go back and erase it. But I really don't want to do that, because I just want to finish the drawing and then I'll move on to another drawing. This is not a professional portrait drawing. It's kind of a quick sketch. And but you see this hand and how close the eye is to the hand in the photograph, and there's a little extra space there in the drawing. And so the nose should be over a tad bit, the eye should be over a tad bit, and this eye should be over, and also the angle on it's just a little off. It's like I should cut and paste it and rotate it. If I was doing digital artwork, I could be doing that. But anyway, so that's just a little confession, I guess. So we're at the stage where we're adding in details and finishing details, and as I'm doing that, I'm just recognizing this learning process that I'm in. I'd like to be better at this than I am, but I actually, at the same time, even though that's true, what I just said, I say, okay, well, I've got a little bit of a likeness to the subject. This is the subject, which is my daughter, and I'm also enjoying this time of kind of hanging out with my girl, my little girl. She's 9 years old now, and she has a little sister who's older than she was when this picture was taken. Her sister is 2 years old now. So the background is dark. I don't know how dark I'm gonna go. I'm gonna put some background in, but I'm just thinking it's gonna be a little bit lighter than the original. So when you want to get a lot of background on quickly, turn the pencil on its side, and also you can use a softer pencil if you want your background to go on heavier. This is just a B, kind of towards the middle. Here's a 6B. Just by way of example, you can see that the 6B is going to go on a little faster, a little thicker. The other thing that happens sometimes in art is you compare yourself to other artists. And when you do that, sometimes you can get disappointed and discouraged, because there's a lot of great artists out there, especially now on YouTube channels and on various websites. You can learn from very talented artists, who have very advanced skills and techniques and tools, and many of them will show you how to use those techniques and tools to quickly improve your skill set. But it all takes time, and it all takes a commitment level, and you have to decide, well, what's my commitment level? What's my willingness? And how much time am I going to give? And there's no one right answer for everybody. Some people have more time. Some people have more willingness to put in the time. And obviously, the more willingness and the more time you are able to put in, the more you'll improve. But when I was a student growing up in American public schools, I always enjoyed when we would do art. And when I was in high school, I wanted to take more art classes, but I was not able to get them in my schedule. I think I ended up with only maybe one art class in my schedule. And that was because I was also taking theater and music classes. And the music that I did was choir. But theater was the art that I really was exploring in high school. Anyway, but I wanted to do more visual arts, and I just wasn't able to do it. I still drew on my own a little bit, but I think I would have done more if I'd had a structured learning environment. But the reality is, if you want to do it, you'll find the time and you'll do it. And okay, so I've got a background, and it's much lighter than the original. But because this is a drawing, I can just stop right there, or I can come back and try some more. Now, on the last tutorial, I started putting in some of the translucence of this material, and right now you can't really tell what the material is or how much translucence is there. And if I really wanted to show that, I would need to fill in this and make the background darker. I might do it, but I don't think I will. We're just practicing drawing from a photograph, and I think I want to spend more time practicing on getting the shapes right and getting the likeness of the reference more. So, like, I'm not gonna spend a lot of time trying to make something super realistic when I don't even have all the basic forms and shapes right where I really would like them to be. Anyway, I'll put a little texture on the blanket, just a little bit. On the sleeve a little bit. What else? What other little details? Some little shading and shadow. On the little white outfit. Now the other drawing is funny. It's a learning process. So one thing I just realized is I was drawing with this B pencil, and then I switched to the 6B to layer in the background, and then I started drawing over here again as if I had a B pencil, and so I was trying to do some lighter shading up here, and I ended up making it darker than I wanted it because I was using softer lead. So I'm switching back. Okay. I'll use a soft light again. This little darker shadow area. Tiny, tiny little circles for this background material. And I'm using the circles to show the edge. Oh, that's not. Yeah, I just gotta look back at your reference because I was doing circles, but the texture's actually different right there. And another little thing. Okay, so see here how the hat sits there, and then the face. There's a real diagonal, almost line, almost a straight line. It's not straight, but it's almost. And when I drew, I curved it a little more. So if I had used like a template or a photo, like an app to make the lines more clear, and then you can even use tracing paper, and then I would see, oh, that should be a little straighter there. And then it would come around. See how round I made it? And maybe that played a role in how I was seeing the eye when I drew the eye, where I drew it. I think it's getting to be time to call it quits on this, because I think I've learned what I want to learn through the process. So I'm just gonna put in a little bit of some of the texture of the blanket. And now I'm deviating from the photograph. I'm not really too worried about exactly where the lighting is on the blanket. Just showing that it is a blanket or some soft texture of something. And this is really a sketch.